Hi, Scabby. I think you're our only viewer right now, but we'll be out. We'll be starting shortly. Hello! Welcome to Trade Deadline tonight. Let me turn this music way down, because it is probably louder than me. There we go, not anymore. I am Kuhan Luke, one of the commissions of the Trade Deadline game. I'm the guy who created the thing, and I'm joined by some folks, but before we bring the folks on, I'm just going to do the theme song right quick, which I don't have pulled up again. There we go. I had Gloria pulled up because I was going to play Gloria last night, and then I didn't. All right, here we go. Do I have a pick? I don't think I have a pick. That's fine. Who needs a pick? Ready? 1, 2. In 5, 4, 3, 2. I know you see somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. Live life, breathe air. I know somehow we're gonna get there and feel so wonderful. It's all for real. I'm telling you just how I feel. So wake up the members of my nation. It's your time to be. There's no chance unless you take one. Every time I just see the brighter side of every situation. Some things are meant to be, so give me your best and leave the rest to me. Leave it all to me. Just leave it all to me. Just leave it all to me. Welcome to Trade Deadline tonight. As I said, I'm Kuhan Luke. Joining me, as she has most nights this week, but this time from a car, it is fellow commish, Khaleesi. How's it going, Khaleesi?
Hey! Oh, it's going. Driving right now, which is never fun.
Driving through LA traffic, which I believe is the same thing as not driving at all.
Oh, yeah.
And also returning from his first stream last night on a computer he purchased at Walmart, literally 24 hours, less than 24 hours ago, I think. It is Snarktoberfest, our wonderful Red Sox GM. How's it going, Snarky?
It's going great. It was a great last day. Got some crazy things in. I had to sneak those in. I've been getting dirty looks at work. What are you doing? What are you doing on your phone? I'm like, I'm doing important shit here. Leave me alone. Like, Billy, why don't you mind your own damn business? Go back to the donuts in the break room.
Did you work like an office job?
I work at a bank building.
I'm like, who's hassling you at like looking for you? I had my last boss would like hassle us for like looking at our phones at work. Like, first of all, we were the social media team, so it's like it's kind of our job.
Really my job, buddy.
But also just like we're grown adults. Like, we're getting our work done. What do you care if we're looking at our phones? We're adult men. Like, who gives a shit? Anyway.
So this is my boss at work. My boss is like, yeah, so we got a memo that, we're not supposed to use our phones near our computers. So if you guys could stop wait, hold on a second. I got to check my Facebook. If you guys could stop doing that when other people are around, that'd be great. So basically, the move is like if the boss's boss is on the floor walking around somewhere, or we have fancy people coming in from somewhere, don't use your phones. But I'm there making trades, saying dumb stuff.
Yeah, we had like a business casual at that office, but it was like generally I would like wear dress shoes into work and then change into sneakers at my desk. And I was like, if the boss's boss is coming, then I'll change my shoes back to the dress shoes. So he's not like, why are you wearing sneakers? And then I realized he doesn't actually care. So then I basically wore sneakers the whole time. Actually, I got like sneakery dress shoes that was like, they're dressy, they're sneakery. It was like, this can go both ways and I'm not so bad. But one day I forgot to bring those to work and just wore my sneakers and was like, whatever, we're going to like the auxiliary office. I worked at a car dealership group. And I was like, well, we're going to the auxiliary, like the one that's a 30-minute drive away today. And we get there and it just so happens to be the day that not only the boss's boss, but the CEO of the company was there. And like, that's the day I met him. And I was like, I just hope he doesn't look at my shoes. It's fine. We'll be fine. Hello, Mr. Dawson.
We had a person that was down one level from the CEO come in about 2 weeks ago, and they were like, you need to dress. You can't wear jeans today. You can wear khakis. We want you guys. We want you. It's still business casual. Still business casual. But you might. The buzzwords. You might want to be conscious of your brand. You might want to be conscious of your brand. So I broke out my brand new J's. So everyone else is wearing like Florsheims, and I rocked a new pair of Jordans. And she comes up to me and goes, "Nice J's," and I went, "Thank you." And everybody else felt bad because they were wearing Florsheims. So the moral of the story is, if you're gonna spend $200 on a pair of shoes, make sure that
that's what I'm saying. I was like, you had the most expensive shoes in that office. So my cousin is getting married in like 2 weeks. I'm actually gonna be in Boston, because that's where they are. And last year there was like an engagement party, and we flew out for that to see all that. And it was like an outdoor, in July, August, so like it's humid in Boston. And like it was going to be like in a lawn. And so my brother and sister-in-law like styled me. And I'd be like it was like maybe like a light colored suit, like, like slacks and a jacket. And then, I forgot just a pair of Nikes, a pair of nice Nikes. I forget which Nikes they are. Not Kill Shots, the other one. I don't know. I normally wear Jordan 1s. I wear so many pairs of Jordan 1s. Like I have 12 pairs of Jordan 1s, and that's like if I'm not wearing like, just like a beat up pair of Vans or Chucks or Adidas, then I'm wearing my Jordan 1s out. But fuck, why can't I remember? They were like, this was like, because they're the shoes that like weren't super common among sorority girls until like 2019. And then suddenly that's when sorority girls moved from Air Force Ones to this kind of Nike. And I cannot remember. Hold on. This is killing me. Hold on. I'll get this.
That was even a little after my time for
Blazers, Nike Blazers.
Around the sorority girls. Oh, okay.
Okay.
They're nice shoes. I like my Blazers. I got another pair of Blazer SBs, which are a little bit easier to put on because Blazers are like a pain in the ass. And they're nice, good shoes. So yeah.
Nice.
And also, everybody's complaining because they're like in this outdoor like half hill party wearing like heels or dress shoes, and I'm like, I'm fucking styling in some Nikes. We're good.
Nice.
Took my Tinder picture that day. It was great.
Yes, nice. Wearing heels outside is always awful. I hate it so much.
Yeah, you gotta wear like wedges in like a garden type thing, but then like sometimes you don't know that it's gonna be that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it's like a patio, then you can kind of get away with it. But if it's garden, then nope.
Yeah, and it was on a tilt too, so like everybody was like sort of like standing.
Oh
like,
no!
Because it's kind of like not the whole like the actual part where we sat and stuff wasn't super hilly, but like the backyard, because it was my cousin's fiance's family's backyard. And it was like, so it's kind of hilly, so everyone's sort of standing on a tilt because we weren't going down to because the food area wasn't like, the eating area like wasn't fully ready for people yet. So like everyone just like, then there was patio area, but like there wasn't enough patio area for everybody to stand at. So just like everyone's like, yeah. So anyway.
This Stram brought to you by Mademoiselle Magazine. Check out the hot spring Paris fashion. Page 12.
My Google discovered news feed consistently sends me pictures of women's fashion. Because what happened is I learned that if I click on them, Google learns that I like these, and it's usually beautiful women. What a shock. Google just sends me pictures of beautiful women. I enjoy that personally. So all I'm saying is if you like beautiful women, or if you like beautiful men, or if you like, I think there's not a lot of non-binary models, but whatever. If you just click on lots of fashion images, Google's just gonna start serving you images of beautiful people in clothes. Beautiful people.
The beautiful people.
Look at all the beautiful people. No? Okay. Let's talk about some trades.
Oh, yes.
So, today, the top thing we have on here says Jack for Psyonix, because our Phillies received URLM Jack S from our Astros. Our Astros received Psyonix Adam from our Phillies. And Astros also receive a Redditor to be named later. I don't know how that works after the game ends, but sure, whatever. 2023, I guess, yeah. Psyonix Adam, of course, noted Mariners fan in the chat, was not the happiest. But Adam,
yeah, Jack wasn't happy about being on his team either, so that's why he got traded.
Yeah. But yeah, Adam's been playing the game for a long time. I meant to ask. You know what? I'm gonna send him a Skype link right now, just in case. Shoot your shot, right?
Yeah, definitely would be awesome to have Psyonix on.
Let me DM him right now. We are Twitter mutuals. He friended me on Twitter.
Nice.
Hey, we're doing the final Stram of the year. If you're not busy or whatever, here's a Skype link to join.
Whatever.
No presh. No, I'm not gonna say no presh.
I miss you. We could have been together.
I love your support of the game.
One person. Still one person.
I think it's like 1.5. That's fine. Hey, listen, if everybody's missing
Hello,
everybody's
one
missing
person.
Psyonix Adam, that's on them.
I know, right? At least we're all here.
Yeah, exactly. More people on the stream than actually watching it. It happens. It's not the first time I've done it. It's not the last time.
No.
Let's see. What did I have here? Yeah, because Jack is also a Mariners fan. So two Mariners fans got traded for one another. Neither side was a Mariner. Jack, though, did register with the Braves because of the previous trade 12-13 fiasco. He's also from Atlanta, but that's not why he registered with the Braves. He registered with the Braves specifically because to atone for his sins. Phillies and Reds. The Reds received Horrock6 from the Phillies, as well as Sweet TJ, Mint Chocolate Chip, and MLB Pro Dude. The Reds received Xavier 21, Jaw 28, and Mashed-Potates. Phillies also traded Missouri to the nation of Greater Ohio. Philadelphia retains all nuclear weapons from Missouri. The Phillies and Reds agreed to rename Lake Michigan to Lake Taco Bells, Bells with an E.
There was some debate on if it was going to be Taco Twerk or Taco Bells.
Is Taco Bells not the... That's a fake baseball thing, right?
It's a fake baseball thing. Also, we just really like Taco Bell.
Now, Scobby in the chat is saying he is just now learning about this. It seems, he says, what? Question mark, question mark, question mark. So this is interesting because as far as I'm aware, Scobby as Cardinals GM owns Missouri, but I believe that you might have traded parts of Missouri, like the Ozarks and such, to Cincinnati, and Cincinnati then traded that to Philly, or vice versa, whichever. I don't remember which way it went now.
Something like that, yeah. I assume.
Yeah, Phillies traded Missouri, whatever part of Missouri they owned, which is the Ozarks and Western. Listen, here's what's gonna happen. There's no way Philly stole who would steal the Ozarks, you know? We are going to go to the map. We're going to the map. It's map time.
We're going to the map.
Well, ask the Phillies. They stole the Rockies.
Welcome
Map
to Mapstram. Hello, this is a map. So what we've got here, and this still says Ozarks parentheses PHI, but it is colored for Cincinnati. So I just believe this was a small oversight by the wonderful Captain Caveman, who has been updating this map every day. We've got the Royal Trinity Valley owned by KCR. The rest of Kansas not owned by Kansas City, but Oklahoma is. Scott says, Philly stole it. Sounds like something Leap would do. Sure does sound like something Leap would do.
Oh, Leap would definitely steal it, but I think they...
I thought they traded for the rocks. They didn't trade for the Rocky Mountain themselves, just the rocks.
They...
Did you fully acquire the rock? When did you fully acquire the rock? Because this used to be multi-owned, right? Until it was was that today or yesterday? Okay, I see.
Love it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Taco Bell, and then 20 minutes later they're naming lakes after Taco Bell.
No. So Taco Bell is a thing from fake baseball. The fake baseball team is the Taco Bells. So and our team, the fake Oakland A's, are sponsored by Taco Bell. So
The fake guys, yeah.
that's kind of how.
I believe we talked about this a little bit on the Our Baseball podcast. You can go back to that episode. It's a good episode. I talked to Otter and Zelk and edited that episode en route to Pakistan. Much of that episode was edited in a Turkish Airlines flight. So, going back to the map for a second, though, which is words I said before I was prepared to go back to the map, it appears that Hawaii have been renamed the Sandwich Islands and were claimed by Captain Caveman himself because all the GMs left Hawaii unclaimed. Alaska fully claimed. Hawaii, y'all claimed Japan, Antarctica. I don't know what South Georgia / South Sandwich Islands is. But it's claimed. The Vatican claimed Old England, of course, as we talked about yesterday. Germany, but not Hawaii. Hawaii left fully unclaimed. The rest of the contiguous United States claimed. Cuba also 65% Miami, 35% Arizona, and then also Havana is owned by Cincinnati. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually.
Nobody makes sense.
We actually also have, I
Also,
believe,
Caveman.
a.
Can I come visit Hawaii?
Here we go. We've got a more detailed map of what used to be the only part of Ohio and is now just the seat of Ohio that that Captain Caveman made as a I don't know what this is. He said it's a prize for Butternades. Looks like we've got South Ohio mostly all owned by Cincinnati. There's Ohio State, I believe. I don't know why it's gray. Everything obviously outside of Ohio is listed as irrelevant except for Michigan, which is listed as Muck-Fishigan. There's also the lake. It looks like Cleveland itself has been claimed by Captain Caveman 13. Is that Cleveland? I don't know Ohio very well. And then, of course, Northern Ohio is the, as we know, that's my stream music. Northern Ohio is, as we know, the Cleveland Free Zone, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a nice solid Ohio map. This part also says irrelevant, parentheses, like seriously, it's West Virginia, close parentheses. And then, of course, the lake and the river. And then I assume this is some Ohio, maybe Ohio State's "Oh Come, Let's Sing Ohio's Praise." Khaleesi, can you shine some light on this?
That is, I cannot read it because I am driving.
That's all it says. "Oh Come, Let's Sing Ohio's Praise." I don't know.
I don't know.
You're the token Ohioan on this stream because Butternades couldn't make it. So.
I think that might be Ohio State. I'm not up on my Ohio State lore.
Yeah, I don't know if Ohio has a state song or not. It makes sense for them too. Yeah. I assume that's Ohio State's song.
I think it might be.
Since we're talking about Ohio, Butternades traded back for himself. In the process, I got Mystery Incorporated. He keeps Scrappy Doo.
Why does he keep Scrappy?
And the town Coolsville, the town that the Scooby-Doo and the gang are from, we also acquired Dayton, but not the Air Force Base. So that was part of the agreement there. But yeah, I mean, it's been. I didn't think that I was going to spend 6 of 8 of my hours a day at work randomly trading bullshit things and random people.
Yep.
By the way, if you work with Snarky, no, you don't. The next trade we have listed on here is called "What Are These Add-ons?" ? Our Red Sox receives Udisco birthday from Angels Baseball. Red Sox also receives Captain Caveman, who we were just speaking about, from Angels Baseball. Angels Baseball receives Skella 21 from our Red Sox. And then the Angels receive a 111-foot tall, 33.8328 meters, statue of Gene Autry on a horse-shaped asteroid. Red Sox-controlled NASA agrees to name the next discovered planet Otani. Totally reasonable. A 2-meter tall, 6.56168 feet statue of Jerry Remy, plus an elegant base for the Angel Stadium concourse, 1 duck boat, and the Red Sox agreed to place an In-N-Out Burger at Anheuser-Busch Field at Fenway Park, as if that's like a thing you have to do. In exchange...
Oh, I had to make it sound good. I mean, man, I guess put it there.
Yeah.
I mean,
in exchange for the Anaheim Ducks, no doubt, Gwen Stefani as a solo artist, and Real Big Fish. So I guess let's go to the question at the top of this thing, which says, what are these add-ons?
I'm sorry, I didn't. What Anna? I lost it for a second there. What happened there?
Just what's going on with all of those?
Oh, what's going on with the ad? Oh, so I don't know if you've noticed, we've been acquiring all of the pizza styles, so we can have all of the pizza styles
I love it.
on the moon. We also have had all of the musical artists that we can acquire for Soxapalooza, which is also going to happen on the moon.
Okay.
Wait, there's a guest here. There's a guest, the one-person Stram guest. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up.
Hey!
Hopper.
Say hi to everybody, Fenway.
Aw, Fenway. I
Red
love
Sox
it.
fans and naming their dog Fenway. Name a more iconic duo.
I
Danny.
would request a picture later because I really
buddy.
can't look right now.
Off. Don't beat me in the face with your tail. Off. Or just do whatever you want to do, you know? Hey, I'm getting attacked by puppies.
Oh,
So we're having the Wicked John is having a moon party. And Soxapalooza, we're getting all the musical artists. Now, we took the Anaheim Ducks and we've moved them and renamed them. First thing we did was we started the first city on the moon. We've named it Hartford. And the second thing we did was move and rename the Anaheim Ducks to the Hartford Whalers on the moon.
the Whalers on the moon. They carry a
Yes.
harpoon.
So the whale is back, baby, and they're ready to play some moon hockey.
I mean, that sounds great. That sounds great. The moon hockey sounds fun. I mean, that zero-G hockey sounds wild.
Oh, it sounds so.
I'm trying to imagine zero-G hockey now. There's a the Dropout TV college humor streaming service. They have a show called Breaking News where they have it's like a fake news report, and all the improvisers don't know. Like, they don't know what's on the news, what's on the teleprompter before they read it. Whoever laughs the most loses. And at one point in one of the episodes, Brennan Lee Mulligan is tasked with like describing what pool, like billiards, would be in zero G's. And he's like, guys, if I don't make a joke here, it's because I'm legitimately trying to, like, imagining what this is going to be like because it sounds awesome. And that's what I'm thinking now with moon hockey. Like other sports, because like soccer, the ball's going to be up in the air more, basketball ball's going to be up in the air more, football, baseball. But with hockey, the puck is generally directly on the ice. Like, you raise the puck sometimes, but generally it stays directly on the ice. So in zero G's, it's a completely different game. You gotta like, what's even?
Yeah.
Is there even ice? What would the ice even be for at that point?
Yeah. I mean, do you guys remember that one episode of Magic School Bus where they played baseball in zero G?
I don't.
No.
Don't.
Oh, it's a classic. But yeah.
W Dodge says it's called lacrosse. Actually, it's called hockey. They have hockey in other countries. In many countries, hockey refers to a game played on grass, and not a game played on ice.
With kilts.
Not necessarily with kilts. So Pakistan, for example, used to be really good at field hockey. They were Olympic, like they won Olympic bronze before. And so when I talk about hockey to my parents, I have to say ice hockey because otherwise they're imagining field hockey.
Oh.
So around here the reason I said that is because around here they have the high school leagues, but they only have, like, it started off as girls field hockey. There wasn't boys field hockey. There was just boys ice hockey, but girls wanted to play ice hockey and boys wanted to play field hockey. So they said, well, there's no rules that a dog can't play. No, I'm sorry. A guy can't play field hockey. So, but they realized that in the rules they had the basically the skirts, the kilts were in the rules. So they had boys playing field high school field hockey, but they all had to wear skirts.
That's such a weird you. It seems easier to just rewrite the rule. I mean, not that it matters. Boy, if boys have to wear skirts to play field hockey, it's like, why do girls have to wear skirts? Anyway, whatever. It's fine. It's what it is. So anyway, hockey on the moon. Sounds fun.
Hockey on the moon. And the other coup, we now, let's see, one, two, three. No, we have three WNBA franchises
nice.
now. The Boston Celtics, the Moon Medusas, in coordination with Wicked John, and in a last minute move, the Idaho Potatoes, which were traded for all you can eat tater tots. That's how we placed those in Idaho. But yeah, it's been, so once you get all the players off your team that you have to get off your team, then it just becomes ludicrous speed. People are just like throwing things out there. I'll like trade you, I don't know, this stick, and then you give me like $50 and a jar of pickles, and you're like, deal, here. It was getting crazy today.
Getting so crazy.
Yeah, it always gets a little crazy. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. We at some point hit like 9 people watching and are now back down to 3, but oh well. For what it's worth, Adam is apparently at his in-laws and is like, his legitimate was like, I would come up, but I've been so busy this week and I got my in-laws, so I can't come. I'm like, it's no worries, man. I totally get it. He says, thanks for doing all this. You guys always kill it. I don't feel great about ending up on the Astros though. with like a laughing emoji. So like, you know, Coolio. Before we move on to the thing that says other stuff, I want to shout out our sponsor, Old Line Woodwork. Old Line Woodwork makes great stuff. Wonderful, wonderful wood projects. You just go to oldlinewoodwork.com, which I don't have pulled up in advance like an amateur. Here we go. Now, much like a professional, I do have it pulled up. Oldlinewoodwork.com is where you go. You can get one of these wonderful brick pattern end grain cutting boards, or any of these cutting boards, a challenge coin display stand if you're a challenge coin person. It's a pretty simple display stand. Some people like challenge coins. A lot of great stuff. Again, as mentioned before, you can even watch some YouTube videos and learn how to make it yourself. Because Jeremy's happy to teach you how to make it yourself. Or if you don't want to go through all that work, get all that equipment, then he'll make it for you. So you can go to shop and buy stuff, or hit on contact here and message him for a custom piece, much like the frog charcuterie board that Khaleesi is currently driving back to at this moment.
Oh yes.
So you all can see the photos of it on oldlinewoodwork.com, and Khaleesi can go home and see it in person. So oldlinewoodwork.com.
Don't forget their new tagline. If you want to get bougie with mahogany.
Well,
if you want to get bougie with mahogany, Old Line Woodwork.
There we go. Adam also says, we'll watch the VOD tonight, but pass on my thanks to everyone else except the Phillies GM if they're in there.
Well, Adam, have a lovely time at your in-laws, and thanks for playing.
Yes, thank you so much for playing, Adam. Thanks for Adam. Adam has been such a big supporter of this game, and early on, like when we were like fully nothing in our baseball, when we were like, year one, I was shocked to get a pin. Like, it was just like, oh, we'll do this thing. Now we do like 5 threads for 5 days. The initial thing was like, we're just going to be all in one thread. And then the sheer volume of trades and comments caused us to need to make a day 2 thread. And Adam, I think either since year 1 or year 2 has been super into the game, has been playing, and like I mentioned on a previous stream, like Adam, like, would hand out Rocket League codes to people, because of how, like, just like to give people like an excuse to be excited about it. So, yeah. He I think finally followed me on Twitter last year, which is like, it's fine. I wasn't following him or anything. Like, he followed me on Twitter and I was like, oh shit, it's Adam. Let me follow him back and we can like be Twitter buddies now. So, love Psyonix Adam. Great fellow. And if you don't yet play Rocket League, it's free on all places you play video games except for Mac. It's free on Mac. You just can't play it on Mac. You have to boot camp into Windows. But it used to not be free, and now it is free. And if you already paid for it and you haven't played it in a while, you get a couple of cool items for having paid for it in the past. Yeah, cool. The stream is not brought to you by Rocket League, but we want to support Adam and all that stuff. What would be funny is if Adam wasn't at Psyonix anymore. He just like, I've had this name forever, but his Twitter says he's still at Psyonix, so I assume he's still at Psyonix.
Yeah.
I would assume if my Reddit username had my company's name in it and I left the company, I'd probably start over on Reddit. I'd be like, you know what, it's fine. I'll get a new account. Like I mentioned, former, still friend of the show, but Tyler Birch, Dr. Tyler Birch, who we've also talked to on the Our Baseball podcast, and I attended his wedding too. He's a good dude, love him. But he just no longer comments on Reddit. I don't think at all. He might have created a new Reddit account to talk about like non-baseball things. But yeah, he basically does not talk on Reddit at all because he's like, you mostly use Reddit for baseball, and now I work for a baseball team and don't want to accidentally. Yeah, he still uses his old Reddit account to talk about like puppies and Salem, Massachusetts, but but no more baseball posts because he works for a baseball team. Cool, let's talk about some of the other stuff. The Mets traded away the Yankees yesterday. What happened there? I
still don't understand. Anyone who was around yesterday understand? Because I was kind of in and out.
Snark, were you paying attention to that? I truly...
I was not. I heard bits and pieces of it. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it. I mean, I guess if you claim that you own all of New York, I mean, when I went, it was weird. When I went to get Nas, I went to the Mets because Queens, so I figured they get all the Queens stuff, and then I went to the Bronx, and I was trying to get Biggie, but then they were both trying to trade me New York style pizza. But then I guess the Yankees are bigger than the Mets, so I guess the Yankees could claim to trade the Mets. Where'd they trade them?
Chicago. Here we go. I got the trade up. Chicago receives Heart of Wolfram. The Cubs receive Heart of Wolfram, OK Awareness 4208, and Chemical Janitor in exchange for Ugh No, JCWTX, and Clear Eyes Friday Night. New York also agrees to send the New York Yankees, complete with Yankee Stadium, to Chicago in exchange for the Chicago White Sox, including guaranteed rate field. So the Cubs and the Mets traded the Yankees for the White Sox.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the other way around. I thought the Yankees traded the Mets.
Mets traded the Yankees away. Yeah, in exchange for the White Sox.
Yeah, and Cubs traded.
So now they're the New York.
The New York White Sox and the Chicago Yankees.
I have no idea how that happened or how they got the authority to do it, but
I kind of want to see who approved this trade.
I'm very curious.
Oh, it's starting to thunder here. I might have to go in.
Let's see.
Yeah, definitely be safe.
Let's see if I can't figure out.
Hey guys, did you see that stream? Did you see that last Stram? The last Stram in 22 where Snarky got electrocuted? That was pretty cool, huh?
That was insane.
Yeah, it's thundering behind me. I'm on the patio, or as I like to call it, the veranda.
Ooh,
And
fancy.
Yeah,
so I might die.
Did you find out who approved the trade?
I have found out which number trade it was, and now I have to go back in the Discord to see who approved it. It was, drum roll please, you!
Come on up.
Okay,
Come on up, buddy. Come on up.
Truly, I couldn't have hoped for anything better than it having been you. I was like, I really hope it was Khaleesi. That would be so funny if it was Khaleesi. Pull up, it's Khaleesi.
I almost never read the add-ons because I'm like,
It's Emma.
GMs need to.
Yeah, because they don't matter. Yeah. That is something that you definitely learned as a commish. As a GM, that was a thing that I think you would have cared more about. As a commish, you're like, oh yeah, no, that's their problem.
Yeah, that's their problem.
Um,
And that was something that I decided like right away that I was like, yeah, fighting over who gets authorization for what is going to be GM problem.
yeah. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Hold on. Is it this one? No, that's the wrong one again.
What are we doing
It's
now?
this one. Yes, it is. Cool. Hey, now joining us on the stream, we have the A's GM, right? A's, and did you take another team? Hold on, let me double check before I introduce you improperly. Like I should have done yesterday when I introduced certain somebody improperly. A's and Royals, that's right.
Cough, cough, me.
A's and Royals GM. It is. Hold on. I know your username, but you have like 6 usernames, so I don't remember which username is the one that's.
Just call me Six. That's what I use in Fake Sports.
Yep.
It is 6. How's it going, 6?
Yeah, it's
Hey,
good.
Six.
I just got home from the Pirate game.
The only member of Club 00.
I think I was 000 one year.
Did the Pirates
No,
win?
it was like 7-1 when I left, in like the 5th.
Oh, nice.
Oh man.
Yeah, they're just getting hammered by the Marlins.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I decided I'd just come home early and try to get on stream, and here I am.
Yeah. Well, stream is more fun.
I mean, watching the Pirates get crushed by the Marlins isn't fun either.
Yeah. Again, hence why Stram is more fun.
I have to take a dog and put them.
Afraid of the thunder? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a dog making a bolt for the door.
But am I
So
really the only one that
sick.
did 00 this year?
Yes, you are.
Which, I mean, honestly, that's a good thing, because that means we had to hand fewer teams to existing GMs. That's the most positive thing.
Yeah.
Well, that was literally as soon as I hit 0, I pinged Jack and said, "Give me the Royals," and then I had them traded within 45 minutes.
You did. It was so impressive. I was like, I saw you ask for the Royals, and then I had to put my phone down to go to do some work, and then I come back, and you've already are in Club 00.
Yeah.
So, what have been some of your favorite trades of the week?
I mean, all of the territory trading has been fun. That's always fun to see who claims what. Like, as the Royals, I traded Missouri. Just because they asked for it, so I'm like, sure, have it.
Well, but Missouri had already been claimed by St. Louis before the Royals had you as a GM. So that was a big, apparently a point of contention for Scobby. But, you know, truly.
I think the only land the Royals own now is Kansas City and Topeka.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Because I traded north and south of I-70 to separate teams.
Love it.
It wasn't
this
letter
your
trading.
6th or 7th year? You've been doing it a long time.
I want to say this is my 5th year
5th?
GMing because I didn't do it 1 year.
Okay, so you did it the 2nd year overall, and then missed a year in the middle.
I think I started summer of 2018.
I feel like it was before that.
I don't know. I've also done like 3 or 4 hockey ones, so they all mesh together now.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see if I can't find your name in an old doc.
Well, I started the last year of Slack.
I mean, that is so meaningless.
I think the Kansas City game, the game when it was in Kansas City.
Okay, so that was 2018. Yeah. And that is the oldest thing I have for you as well. So,
That tracks.
yeah. So you, I think, are maybe the only person who's been on a proper Stram, not including the whatever happened on Wednesday, who participated in the spreadsheet version of the game.
Yeah.
And not the nightmare spreadsheet version of the game. The
still trying to input the karma yourself onto the spreadsheet, like trying to figure karma yourself, so going player by player.
Oh yeah, I mean there's that for sure, but yeah, this is so here. Let me to those who have never seen what the trade spreadsheet looked like. This is the way the game used to work. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, this is the game used to work, is that people would submit a trade directly to the commissioner's office, usually I think in Reddit at the time. They would say, this is the trade. Somebody would reply, I confirm this is the trade I'm making. And then we would go to the person's name in the sheet and say where they've been traded to. So like, and like I worked quite a bit. And so here's the hidden commissioner use only thing. I worked quite a bit coding this spreadsheet to make sure, like, okay, so here's their no trade subreddit, so we can check. Here's the current subreddit. Here's the original subreddit. And we can see that, yeah, everybody's 100% traded. Here's the GMs listed from that year, the original subtotals, the Hatrix, which I believe was a Dan and Alex invention, which is the no trade clauses. So you can see that the Yankees have 292 no trade clauses and 69 very nice no trade clauses are from the Red Sox rather. Similarly, the Red Sox had 130 no trade clauses, 95 from the Yankees, et cetera, et cetera. Cubs have 61 from the Cardinals 44 from the Cubs. So yeah, this was, and this was when year one we did not have a Google form. Oh, there we go. As of year two, we started doing the Google form. So then everything came into the form, and then we got pumped into the commissioner use only thing, and then got pumped into updated rosters for people to go and see. Truly hell.
And that's why a lot of players would end up on the New York Rangers instead of the Texas Rangers. Because people would just do r/Rangers or vice versa. So now baseball fans are on hockey.
Yeah. I mean, that was because you broke something, and we didn't break it because you couldn't break anything because it was just a spreadsheet. So actually, everything was fine.
You can break a spreadsheet.
Yeah, no, of course, but you can't. The GMs can't break a spreadsheet. I can break a spreadsheet. Which I did do. That did happen one time, that I was messing with the spreadsheet because that in 2017 I was in Pakistan. And so Dan and Alex ran it pretty much, and Joe and I don't remember if anybody else was around. Alex, by the way, says Tyler made the Hatrix. It was the DC game. So yeah, the DC game was 2017 as well. And that was I was in Pakistan, and I'm flying back. I'm in the Abu Dhabi airport, and I'm like, you know what? I think I want to fix something in the spreadsheet. And I go to fix it, and it breaks everything. And then my Wi-Fi stops working for a minute. And so we're like, everyone's like, what's going on? What's happening? What are you doing? What's happening? And so, we fixed it. Fixed it pretty quickly by just like undoing something. but it was certainly broken for a moment.
I think the last year of the spreadsheet, someone ended up on r/Power Rangers 2 as a joke.
Yeah, I think that was an early. I think that was. I feel like that happened year one. Because no, it was definitely year one. Because Alex, who was at the time the RLBPA rep. By the way, Alex has the link to show up on this stream and has not yet clicked it. He's just in the chat. He says 90% of he did 90% of the commissioner work that year because it was Alex and Dan, but Dan did not make the time. Like 4 years in a row, Dan's like, I'm gonna make the time this year, and every year Dan's like, yeah, man, sorry, I'm busy. I was like, Dan, you said you're gonna make it every year. You said you're gonna make the time. It was an RWPA thing. It was because somebody had gotten traded to the Expos. And so Alex had said, like, as the RLBPA rep, like, you can't trade somebody to the Expos. The Expos aren't an active franchise. But again, he didn't have any actual power. It might have been year two. I thought it was year one, but it might have been year two. And then later we traded somebody to r/Power Rangers. Like, well, Power Rangers is an active franchise. It is on television right now, so it's a fully valid trade.
I love it.
And I'm a moderator. I think Joe also at the time was, but I still am a moderator of r/Power Rangers. So like
Nice.
I'm a GM technically of that sub. Here is the nope, that's not right. There we go. Here is the year one spreadsheet. Truly a hellscape. It's like each team has their own sheet. This is all manually entered. It says, the mod who is running it, Scab Dates, who is still a r/Phillies mod. And then each team they have a no trade clause to, because everybody had a no trade clause to every team in their division. They could opt out of certain ones, plus an AL team, plus an NL team. And plus their natural rival. So some Cubs people had a 7-team no trade clause. So we can see our u/Barbs here has a Cardinals, Reds, Pirates, Brewers, White Sox, Braves, and Yankees no trade clause. Truly,
Oh, goodness.
truly the dumbest thing I've done in my life.
Well,
Chew on.
well, folks, I hate to do this, but I think it's time for me to head out. I'm going to go back into the chat because Lightning's getting really close, and I don't know who thought it would be a great idea to have an outdoor to do outdoor stram, but I'm now regretting it. If you can hear the thunder behind me, so
Well,
Be safe. Yep. And if you want to join back in from inside, totally reasonable. But if you don't, it was great having you on as it was yesterday.
It has been a blast. It's been a blast. Thank you for having me on. Thanks for putting the whole thing together. It's been, all because I answered with the shortest sentence. Why long answers will be penalized. Why do you want to be the GM?
Yep.
Because I like
Long
to trade
answers
things.
indeed would be penalized.
love
Thanks so much, Nergy.
Have a great night.
Yeah.
Go to the 3-shot here. Alex does mention the the move to 1 no trade clause and no more than 5 in a trade really improved the game. Truly fixed a lot of errors. I think we did break the rule a little bit this year, but spirit of the rule is fine.
yeah.
And yes, the Alex did also come up with both Club Zero and the word Stram. So those are both things that continue. In fact, I've taken Stram to a different group. The baseball offseason sim group, we now call it a Stram because one time I called it a Stram there. And you know how group chats will do a thing where you pile on somebody for making a typo? So everyone piled on me for making a typo. I was like, no, this typo is on purpose. I'm taking this from another game that I do that's baseball related.
I love it.
So now we have strams for that some nights. Cool. What else do we have in the document? Oh yeah, no. So I do 6. I want you to talk a little bit about how much better life is with the database from a GM's perspective. Because from a commissioner's perspective, it's night and day. 6 is frozen. This is great.
Oh, no.
Oh, 6 is off the stream. This is even better. Cool. We're gonna go to 2-shot of me and Khaleesi in the car.
Oh, yeah.
How's it going, Khaleesi?
So, pretty good. I'm getting close to home, I think.
We have the Phillies revealed their master plan.
Haven't been as bad. Oh, yes. Phillies revealed their master plan of having a Mad Max style race.
It is Mad Max Gritty Road. Oh, I should pull the poster up. Hold on. Let me find this poster.
Oh, yes. Mad Max Gritty Road. It should have been obvious because Leaf and Audie were watching Mad Max the first night of the game.
Yes, Alex points out the fact that so many GMs had their own sheets showed how badly we needed a database the whole time, and we had to argue with people because their sheets didn't agree with our sheet. I totally agree, but Alex knows as well as anybody that not having a database was more a reflection on the fact that none of us knew how to code, and the people who we knew, like who knew how to code that we were friends with, kept saying, "Oh yeah, I'll do that for you," and then didn't do it, and then finally Jeremy did.
Oh no. Nice.
Here is the poster for Mad Max Gritty Road. You can see the Philly Fanatic, Gritty, Mrs. Met, and is this the Boston Dynamics robot? Sure is.
It would not surprise me. I think somewhere in their speech they mentioned Boston Dynamics.
Is this the D from the Hollywood sign? I believe that's right.
They definitely.
Yeah. It is of course a Wicked John production. It's a shame that Snarky had to leave before we got to Mad Max Gritty Road, but yeah, it's a beautiful poster for a beautiful film. Mad Max Gritty Road coming soon to a theater near you. In the press release, they say after an intense week of trading, the Philadelphia Phillies GMs are excited to announce an event. Oh, somebody back? Oh, 6 is back.
Yes, 6 is back.
The 6 is back.
Woohoo!
Hold on. There we go.
Quit out on me.
I think that's right.
Oh no.
Why is... Huh. Oh, there we go. That's correct? Yes. Cool. Oh, no, it's Khaleesi. I doubled Khaleesi.
Oh no.
There's
Two of me.
It's 2 Khaleesi's right now. There we go. That should be some semblance of 6.
Cool.
Yeah, so here we go. The Philadelphia Phillies GMs are excited to announce an event unlike any other in trade deadling game history, Mad Max Gritty Road.
My internet's kind of going in and out, so.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
So you might want to drop out and back on again. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I think 6 is just having some issues here, but we'll hopefully have him back in. Yeah, actually, Alex is from the Hollywood sign. Listen, Alex, there were a lot of trades. It was at some point the Nellywood sign. I think it still is the Nellywood sign. I'm not 100% sure.
That's the last that I saw. It was still the Nellywood.
Yeah, on the map it still said Nellywood, but it's very possible that Captain Caveman missed something. So anyway, so yes, Mad Max Gritty Road. This death race across the country will run through all of the territory acquired by the Philadelphia front office, including stretches running through the canyon, across the Salt Flats and Death Valley, through the abandoned subway lines in Cincinnati, up to Niagara Falls.
They also misspelled Cincinnati, and I have to shame them.
They misspelled everything. It says Death Valley, Cincinnati spelled wrong, Niagara spelled wrong. So Like, what are you gonna put the, you know? So, after Niagara Falls will include pit stops and landmarks such as the Alamo, the house from Full House in San Francisco, and the Field Museum in Chicago. The Fanatic and all his mascot friends will be riding souped-up ATVs provided by the top minds of Detroit's auto industry, and will face threats like sentient killer robots provided by Boston Dynamics. Do attend. Mad Max, Gray Road.
Attend.
Do attend.
I love it. Do we want to do some updates on past stories? I don't know how many updates there are.
That is a great question. That would imply knowledge of the past stories, which I have to then go back and find.
I figured we would look back at the notes
Yeah.
that I've been taking.
Oh, that's not Discord. That's Slack. Let's see here. No, Stram planning, pins. No, not Stram planning. Commissioner's office, pins. Stram Night 4. Let's see. What do we have from previous days? We got WNBA teams collected by Dodgers. We kind of talked about that with the Red Sox doing a similar thing. Oh, the Cubs collecting defunct sports teams. They have announced the inaugural lineup of, where did this thing go? Inaugural. Hold on. Inaugural. Nope. League. Here we go. Charter franchise of the Chicago Unbelievably Better Sports and Recreational Undertakings League Extreme. I'm not gonna. I cannot say what that acronym's out to because I might burst into flames. They have the near North Side North Stars, the Lakeview Lakers, the Austin Royals, the Westtown Nordiques, the West Ridge Expos, the Logan Square Maroons, the South Lawndale Terriers, the Lincoln Park Rascals, the Near West Side Bombers, the Portage Park Monsters, the Uptown Gunners, the Edgewater Senators, Chicago Lawn Chaparrals, the Rogers Park Chargers, the Humboldt Park Clippers, South Shore Mariners, the Irving Park Colts, the Albany Park Bullets, the Brighton Park Squires, the O'Hare Barons, the New City Braves, Bridgeport Thrashers, Hyde Park Texans, Ashburn Scrapyard Dogs, Lincoln Square Arrows, Cage Park. I can barely read it, and I don't know City of Chicago geography that well. Bridgeport Gems, oh, that's the Oilers. The Bridgeport Gems, Norwood Park Stags, Avondale Americans, Garfield Park Dodgers, North Center Golden Seals, Jefferson Park Pilots, Lower West Side Metropolitans, West Lawn Extreme, Woodlawn Wildcats, Hermosa Sharks, Edison Park Amigos, Eaglewood Athletics, Near South Side Firebirds, and the South Chicago Stoners. Still, somehow, the suburbs get left out. There's like 30 teams completely ignoring many suburbs, despite the fact that the Bears are going to be playing in Arlington Heights in like 2 years. It's not official yet, but it's going to happen.
Love it.
What else do we have as far as updates? Yeah, we got the Rock and Sock connection. Look at John, Club Zero. Obviously, everybody entered Club Zero today. We did manage to trade 100% of users, which is great.
Woo!
No flash trades this year. We were done by like 1 o'clock, I think, Mountain Time.
I think so. Something like that.
We barely even needed today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like your internet connection is a little bit more stable now, Six. You good?
I should be. I hope so.
All right.
Which is good because I'm gonna have to drop in a minute.
I think really that's all we have on notes. Oh, final stats. Yeah, 398 trades completed. Is that right? That can't be right. Hold on. I think I just hadn't updated.
No, definitely. I think like
There.
20 something.
It was like
No, because that doesn't include 35 trades killed. So yeah, that is right. 398 trades completed because the trades that get killed still get a number. So 398 trades completed, 35 trades killed, only 1 killed by Alex. 1,085 players traded. Only one player traded 5 times. I don't know who that is off. Yeah. It says Angels Baseball and Shy Cubs have one original remaining. I don't know if they traded back for somebody at some point. Hold on.
That's odd.
Hold on. Yeah. We are gonna...
So just swap them.
Sure, that's exactly what's about to happen. From Angels Baseball, Side Hustle, to Shy Cubs.
Oh, she'll put them on the Athletics.
Nope. That is extra effort.
I mean, one of the best things, the one thing done absolutely right over the past few years, Kuhan, is banning letter trades, though.
So we haven't officially, like, it's not officially banned. It's just one of those things where it happened so many times, and a couple of people did a really good job at doing that bit. And I was like, you know what? Let's just stop doing this fucking bit, please.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm gonna have to drop here.
Done their job of putting it arrested.
Khaleesi's heading out. Thanks for joining, Khaleesi, on the last night of trading.
I might join once I'm back
See you,
in my
Khaleesi.
apartment. If you guys are still on when I'm back in my apartment, but if not, talk to you guys later. Thanks everyone for playing and making it a great game.
Thank you so much for your first time GMing. You did a great job. This is not showing up in commission trades.
First time at OTC.
Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Yes, I misspoke. Obviously, she's not a first-time GM. She's been doing that for many years.
She's never done this before the game.
Listen, I mean, I'd never done it before I was in charge of the game, so...
That's because you made it.
Well, you know. Why is this pending trade not showing up in commission trades to be confirmed? I'll make Jeremy deal with it. Yeah, Oakland D's nuts was funny.
But yeah, I think the veterans.
Yeah.
The D's was great because they went through the alphabet.
Yeah. They traded A for B, B for C, C for D, and then D's nuts. Yeah. And then they traded for all of the nut users. They acquired all the nut users, and then the Oakland D's nuts. Yeah. That was truly the best version of that trade. I still talk to the user that was once known as Jack Cuss Comeback regularly. Shy Cubs confirmed this trade? How did that happen? All right, well, I have confirmed this trade without Angels Baseball's confirmation. So I actually did confirm the last trade of the game because it was a forced trade to happen. So 399 trades completed. 1,187 players traded, 35 trades killed, 1,695 players moved in trades, 4.25 average players per trade, average time per trade, 44 minutes. Most common time for trade, though, about a minute. The fastest skater, I believe, was Jack, right at the beginning of the game, 27 seconds from trade submission to confirmation. Biggest gainer, 56. Phillies gained 56 users. W Dodge says, I have no idea when original last wasn't there this afternoon. I don't know what happened, W Dodge, but we fixed it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I already forgot the person's name who was in that trade. Hold on, let me see. I can maybe see what happened. 434. T Cherry. Nope. No, they were only traded once. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Must have been a weird glitch. Yeah, Alex says in the hockey game he traded all the letters of r/Leafs to be r/Leafs still, because everyone was so super into letter trades and he hated them. Again, not yet. Especially at the time, the commissioner's office was never a huge fan of letter trades, and they kept happening and happening and happening. I was just like, fucking all right. At some point, we gotta crack down on these.
With one team getting what they wanted, like their joke.
Yeah.
But every other team's name just being absolutely mangled.
Just stupid. Yeah.
Like the one year when I was the Dallas Stars, I think like the first year of hockey, their name ended up just being the letter A 26 times. because I was just so deep with everybody doing letter trades that I was just like, screw it, I'm just gonna get one letter.
I think that was when you were the A's. I think you were the Oakland O's.
No, I was the Dallas Stars.
Who was the? I thought somebody was the Oakland O's one year.
That was like a year, the baseball game after I did the Dallas one.
Okay, got it. Yeah, okay.
I don't think I was part of that game, so I'm just like, this guy just stole my bit.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. There was one. I think. Yeah. Anyway. Alex says I'm not a fan of plus some dumb thing trade. I get it. It's whatever, you know. Like at some point, it's the biggest thing that had been a problem, and it's especially a problem with the database, was trading a user for just a thing. I was like, we can't be doing this. This is a problem, especially because what can happen is if you trade a user for just a thing, only the user who's receiving has to approve a trade, which means you can just straight up steal players. And like
feels bad on the user's part too. It's like,
right.
I wasn't even worth being traded for a player. That's
exactly. So that's why we're like, please, like needs to not happen. But biggest gainer was r/Phillies, got 56 additional. And biggest loser, Yankees got lost 36 from where they started. Yankees obviously, I think, had the most signups.
Yeah, no trades.
The most no trades too, but like the most signups, I believe, as well. Signups by sub. Yankees had 111, Blue Jays had 102, Braves had 99. So also funny enough, Astros had 64, but like at least the last couple years, Astros fans are not huge fans of being in r/baseball. So
yeah.
Also, a little bit of drama that popped up was that like r/Phillies, like a lot of Phillies users have been kind of like annoyed about the threads and stuff like that.
Yankees too, I think.
Yeah. Yankees had their own stuff, but like that's whatever. But like Phillies in the threads were like definitely like poo-pooing it. And it's like, well, you gained the most. Like, and Yankees sub has talked about like maybe we'll opt out. It's like, well, you're gonna get the most signups no matter what. You're the Yankees. Like even if you opt out, people are still gonna sign up. People are still gonna play. So whatever.
You can say you're not involved, but that's not going to stop.
The Red Sox did that for a couple of years. They were like, yeah, we're going to not be involved. And it's like, cool. You as mods are not going to be involved, but that's not going to stop users from getting traded. So it's better to get on board and figure out how to make it work for your sub than to not do that. Yeah, Alex suggested to send play people to r/Yankees. That would be funny. But we don't like that guy. Before the start of the game, we had 767 players. After the start, we gained another 390. So we had a total registered users of 1,209. 52 players on waivers. That includes the 52 people on waivers. So it was 1187 plus the 52 on waivers, so a total of 1209. And then Khaleesi,
pretty decent turnout.
First time GM, did the most confirmations, followed by Jack, followed by Jeremy, then Cordy, then me. We had a good turnout. Not our biggest, but certainly not our lowest.
After the past couple of years, it's good to see it like steadily growing back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it is. I mean, 1,200 is a good number. And again, like when I started the game year one, I thought we were going to get like 100, 200 maybe, and we ended up getting like 500, 600 or something like that. So like it was, certainly much bigger than expected. I think that's all I've got. Do you have anything else you want to talk about, Six?
I mean, I'm just always glad to be part of the game every year. Even before it started, Jack texted me like, "Hey, are you okay not being the Pirates GM?" I said, "Every year it's the same. Of just put me where you need."
Yeah, and that was because that was before we started. Jack mentioned that like we got a thing going on with Pittsburgh, and I was like, because it was you and Emo Batman who were both like signed up to be Pittsburgh GM, and I was like, "Look, I know that Six is always willing to go wherever he's needed, so ask him to be the one to move because he's always chill about it." And Emo Batman can take Pittsburgh.
Which he's more active in the actual Pirates.
That too, yeah, I knew that as well.
Happy to give it to him because I'm more just like r/baseball, fake sports. I don't really interact with Buccos much,
right?
So it's just like if one of them from the actual sub signs up, I'm like, give them to them. they know the crew more, they can do more with it.
Yeah. That's why I suggested that, because I'm like, I know Six is gonna be chill with that, so just like have him do that, and we'll be good. Alex, just from a pure context perspective, it's a content perspective. It's hard, inarguable that we peaked with DC. I mean, listen, I wasn't around at all for DC. I saw so little of it, so like, whatever, man. If you say so.
Khaleesi's back.
Welcome back,
Hi.
Khaleesi.
I'm home and I got
Oh,
a
look, it's
puppy.
Cocaine.
Oh, she is not feeling up to being on stream.
I don't think Kuharn's heard that story. Khaleesi was talking about her dog one day, and she's like, "Oh yeah, she's named after an Eric Clapton song." That's what you named your dog Cocaine.
Yep.
If you want to get high, smoke on the fly.
Hey.
But
Hey, sweet girl.
yeah, even last year I was the Dodgers GM, and I did that all while on the night shift. So I was working from like 10 to 6 a.m., then trading until like 2 p.m., and then sleeping for work.
Yeah.
Because I did that big Psionics Atom trade that like last night, where I DM'd you at like 2 a.m. like, hey, here's this trade, just accept it when I send it.
Yeah, Alex is wondering when you just rent a hotel bar and spend the week producing stuff. I mean, look, I think Trade Deadline Denver, Fort Collins, whatever we called it that year, was a solid content year. You know, 3 of us in a room.
Oh, yeah.
Plus Mitchell, plus Alex's now wife, and you know, a good portion of those people like sloshed on Natterdays. It was great. All right. I think. Do we have anything else? There's nothing else in the notes.
I don't have anything else.
I think we had a really good group of GMs this year.
Yeah, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
we said, you know, Six was the only member of Club 00. We only had to have one team have a existing GM take over. So like that's better than we've done in a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was a group of very active GMs. Even the late ones, like the Mariners, they came in and they were on the ball.
Yeah. It was a.
Oh my gosh. Shout out to Mariners GM. Shout out who I am blanking on the name of. Shout out to BT, who did an amazing job clearing the Yankees roster.
Yeah, Brian's an amazing in
Yeah.
Fake Sports as a GM, everything.
And shout out
He's
to all
always
the
great.
GMs for helping clear the roster with Brian.
Yeah. Because like we said, the Yankees had a lot. Started on day 2, I think, because we just couldn't get a Yankees GM, and you know that was a great job by them. Mariners GM, by the way, Mondays are haram.
Oh, yes. Mondays
Okay.
are haram. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. I guess if we don't have anything else, I do want to thank everybody who participated, users, GMs, all of the commissions, obviously. And I want to make a quick little announcement. So I have been, working on co-running, doing stuff for this game since 2015 for seven years now. And this is going to be my last sim, my last trade deadline game as commissioner. I'll still be around. I'll probably still like exist in the Discord, you know, kind of like Dan has in previous years, where he's just there and doesn't actually say anything. But I think now is the time. I worked very, very hard on this game the first 5 or 6 years. And I think, we had the COVID year where we kind of took the year off. Last year was the year back from COVID. And I think now is the right time for me to step away. I want to thank everybody who has made this game great for those 7 years. The game is not going away. We've got a great group of people. Khaleesi, obviously, Cordy, both of them were first-time commissions this year. Jack, who has been with the team for a couple of years. Jeremy's been with the team for a few years. And there's plenty of other, people who we've discussed potentially bringing into the commissioner's office. And there's a non-zero chance that I help out. Oh, and obviously, Bonsai Joe, who didn't do a lot this year. He didn't have a lot of time, and same with hockey this year. But I know he adores this game, and if he had the time to dedicate to it, like he hasn't had recently, he would be dedicating that time to it. So I think I would not be shocked if next year young Joe comes in and fucking hits the ground running once again. But
oh, that'd be awesome.
But
also, Alex just joined.
yes, cool. Now I gotta fix this.
But Kuhan, we're definitely gonna miss you being around next year. You
make the game what it is.
Yes, you do. Yeah, it's not gonna be the same, but we'll do our best to lead it and keep on the tradition.
There we go. There's Alex. Do we have Alex's audio? Alex, do you have audio?
Yeah, no, I was just letting everyone talk.
Okay.
There we
I
go.
was letting everyone talk. I wanted to join because you were announcing your retirement, so I wanted to be on for that, but I wasn't going to try to take away from the moment.
No, for sure. Yeah, no, I do want to thank all the commissioners who have come and gone, including you, Alex, including Joe, including Dan, who may not have gone. I don't know what Dan's deal is. Dan said he was going to be around this year and then didn't even join the Discord. I don't know what you're doing, Dan. I know you're in the chat. I know you're watching. What the fuck are you doing, Dan? Who am I forgetting? Obviously, young Joe. The folks I already mentioned from this year. Am I missing somebody? I want to go back and also thank the people who have been with the stream, everybody who's joined all of the streams throughout the years. I'm not going to remember every single name, but there's a number of people who I just want to shout out all at once, as well as specifically I want to shout out the first year people who did again, when this was run off of the shittiest spreadsheet in the world, and Destiny Bond, F-117 Nighthawk, and Jimothy Riggins, as well as Dan and Joe, all joined on those streams, and Beast Base in the post-show streams. I want to thank all those people so much, because the streams, the strams, were just a thing that... Go ahead, Alex.
Well, I tried to. I was moving my brother from Chicago to Rhode Island that first year.
I already appreciated you in a separate thing. It's fine. You're good.
No, I know, but I've never appeared.
You never, Alex never appeared in year one. You appeared a lot more in year two. I've mentioned in a previous stream that Alex brought so much structure to the year two streams that that's kind of what added him to the office of the commissioner. And then he's like, "Oh, I'm here. Let's get fucking sloppy as shit. That's fine."
I had no idea what was happening.
Yeah. I also want to thank Jimothy Riggins. Year one, when I was doing the spreadsheets, they were all done by hand. And I had a friend of mine, Fracking Anus Tart, who actually had a bit of a falling out with, but we're friends again now, which is great. I'm very happy for my friendship with Frack. He had agreed that he was going to do the AL spreadsheets and I would do the NL spreadsheets, and then he just sort of ghosted me about it. And Jimmy showed up the night before hey, I'll do it for you. And I'm like, thank God, because otherwise I would be fucked. Year one of the sim, also the game, we also did it on trade deadline week, so there were real trades happening and people were fucking confused as shit. I mentioned on day two or day 2 or day 3, Trey Tulowitzki literally got traded in real life, and we had to stop what we were doing to talk about real baseball.
That's how I found out about it. I was watching you guys, and I watched your stream, and that's how I found out about
it was truly wild stuff. So anyway, it's been a lot of fun, and I'm still gonna hang around, and I'm still gonna I'm gonna be an advisory role. I'm still gonna be in chats and stuff with Jack and Jeremy and Khaleesi and Cordy if they need any help. yeah, the game now runs in a way that that I think the four of them can run it by themselves. If somebody knows how to code, Jeremy sometimes would appreciate people who knows Ruby, but otherwise, I think I'm leaving the game in good hands after 7 years running it. And I truly appreciate every single one of you who has made this game and this part of my life, something that I talk to tons and tons of people about. It's created huge friendships. Like I mentioned, I was at Tyler's wedding last year. Tyler and I lived in the same city, and we were both Cardinals fans, and we met through the game. I spent time at Alex's place. Mitchell has spent time at my place, Destiny Bond. It all like just. And I spent time at his place too. He picked me up from the airport when I was at Alex's place. So yeah, a lot of wonderful people, a lot of wonderful friends, and some people who I haven't met in person yet, but are still wonderful friends, like Khaleesi, like Six, like Otter, like now I'm blanking on names, like Leap. Yes, there's plenty of wonderful names in this chat who I'm glad I met through this game. Porty. Slightly awkward. Literally, like I mentioned yesterday, we talked for 3 hours about movies after the GM Stram, just because we were fucking on a call together. And like I've known that guy for 5 years, so yeah, I appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a great year next year with me in whatever capacity I'm in. I'm not going to GM. Fuck that. Never mind. I'll be a player. I'll certainly be a player. I'll be in the thread. Maybe I'll report, because that has literally zero responsibility.
Just
Nice.
make a reporter account and not tell anyone.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I was Buster only the whole time. Did you guys not know that?
Okay, who was? Did we find that
We
out?
never officially found it out, but I'm 99% sure it was misspelling.
That would make sense. Misspelling. I actually, honestly, was kind of surprised. You were listing all the people you were so grateful for in those first couple of years. Misspelling has always been the biggest champion of this game. Misspelling messaged me a couple of years ago when he heard that I wasn't going to be running it, and he's like, "Hey, well, I hope you're still around for it." Well, like
yeah. And misspelling has taken less of an active role in the last few years, but definitely early years for sure. And he misspelling was the Our Baseball mod liaison for a while, which was not in an official title, but that's essentially it was him and Akio.
Can I ask you a question though about you're saying that you're leaving the game in good hands? Would you agree that it's not really your game, since G.H. Morello is in fact
Jesus fucking
the true
she's watching the goddamn screen right now.
Of the game?
Come on, we're live right now.
God damn it.
Am I the only one?
You're certainly not the only one, and that's the problem. Oh, you know what? I blocked her on Discord, so I'm not going to get a message from her. Never mind. We're fine.
No, I do remember.
She'll find you.
She'll find me. Oh, she'll find me. She'll find. Yeah.
She will
I know.
find you.
So
It's
if you remember in the DC game when Dan and I did the final night, or the final afternoon, as it were, of it, we talked about that specifically. It's like, I don't know where this came from that G.H. Morello invented this game. Kuha Luke invented this game, and we are stewards of this game. So I am saying it in jest. I know this is the game.
Oh, no, I don't mind the joke.
Yeah.
The problem with the joke is that she takes it very seriously.
This, and it's just like, oh God, G.H. Morello is actually the person to thank. No.
No.
I don't know.
I listen. Yeah. What happened was, and I've never shied away from saying this. What happened was there was a thread in Our Baseball where somebody who happened to be G.H. Morello said, "Hey, this would be an interesting idea," and I said, "I'll get the ball rolling, but I don't want to run it. So somebody please run it." And now it's 7 years later, and finally somebody else is fucking running it.
I would argue that other people ran it in some times.
Yes, and for what it's worth, by the way, that was also a very hard decision that year to leave it in somebody else's hands, and
I can't even imagine.
and I trusted Alex and Dan and Joe, and I think it was just the three of you that year, and Joe and Dan were not very active, But yeah, I trusted y'all enough to like leave it in your hands. But like that was year 3. It was a tough fucking decision. I was like,
Yeah, it was 2017.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to walk away from this game. And now, like, when I started this game, I was 22. I'm almost 30 years old. It's like, I'm okay. I can shut up, Alex. Grandpa Alex. I can see in your eyes. You were like 35 when you started this game, and you're like 47 now. I get it.
I'm 35 now, but all right, yeah.
You walked away when you were like 31, 32. Like that's yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I love all you guys that have helped with this game, that have made the game what it is. All of the again, like game doesn't run without the GMs. Game doesn't run without the users. We had 1,200 users sign up. Like again, when I started this game in 2015, I thought I was gonna get like 60, 70 people. We were gonna get it through a thread in a day, and we were gonna be done with it. And then we had like 400 or whatever in year 1. It was insane.
Oh god, do you remember when they kept making new threads throughout the day? Are they still doing that? Where it would be like 4 threads throughout the day?
Yeah, we had a couple years where it'd be like 3 threads in one
Yeah,
day. Because we
for a
traded
day,
so
because there were
many.
just so many messages in the OP that like you couldn't keep adding to.
I don't think we ever did more than 2.
It was crazy. Well, whatever it
remember
was. I mean,
a
the
day
fact
where
that it
we
went
did
on
3.
for.
But yeah, no, but it was well because yeah, like I said earlier in the stream, year one was intended to be 1 thread, and then it blew up so much that we had like I was pushing against making a day 2 thread because it was very much not in my plan. I was like, I want to leave this in 1 thread so people don't get annoyed. But the thread got so large and so huge so fast. I was like, I guess we got to go do a day 2. And year 1, like I was working at Best Buy. I had no plans to do this game, and I had to go to work the next day. And I'm like, I need somebody to help run this game for me. And I asked Joe because Joe was already a friend of mine. I'd known Joe for a couple years at that point. And I was like, hey, can you help me out with this? And then Joe did the Joe thing of doing a bit, and that bit happens to be burning the thing down. And so then I asked, like, can anybody else help as well? Because Joe helped because Joe's a friend, but like it's not like they really wanted to do it. So I was like, somebody else help. And Dan had been running a Twitter account for the game, so like that.
I remember in that first year, by the way, trying desperately to get the Twitter account, which now I learned a year later was run by Dan, to mention the RLBPA. I remember I was trying so hard to get that mentioned on Twitter. I don't know why it mattered to me so much, but I was just like, please say something. Like, and I didn't obviously say it quite like that, but it's just like I just kept like, at Trade Deadline Game or whatever the Twitter handle is, and it's like the RLBPA was like a pretty big part of the game, right? Like every single stupid day I would do that. And as it turns out, it was Dan the entire time, which, now a very good friend of mine. I wish I had known that. I could have just asked him, and he would have probably done it. But instead, yeah, no. It's very frustrating.
And it was just like truly like again like at the time Dan was just a guy running a Twitter account, and I was like, hey, can you do this? Like clearly you like the game, clearly you care about it, so why don't you join in? And you took that and ran, and now I talk to this dude every fucking day. Like it's wild.
Yeah. It was a blast.
Yeah, hey, I don't want to take away from your moment, and so I don't
want to make it all about me. It is about the game. I know, I'm stepping down or whatever, but
No, I think you deserve. I think you deserve some time to talk about. I just want to say a couple things very sincerely, and then I'll hop off.
By the way, trust me, Alex. The only reason I didn't invite you further in advance because I was like, Alex doesn't want to fucking be on this. But I actually really appreciate you two, like Dan and Alex, you guys showing up on this stream, because you're like I've known you guys now for 6-7 years. Like your friendships are very important to me, and it was all because of this game.
Right?
Like, yeah, what's that?
No, I just want to say a couple of things really sincerely, and then I will hop off because this isn't my game anymore. I haven't been doing it for the last couple of years. I just want to say, I think this was a really fantastic idea. I really appreciate that you took the initiative to do this thing. I really appreciate that you, when it became clear you had to step away, that you trusted me and you trusted Dan to run it in your stead. I have friendships now that I would have never had without this game. We never would have met without this game. I really, really appreciate it. I think it's super fun. It will be a different game without you. I'm confident that it will continue, but it will be a different game without you. And I can't thank you enough for having this thing, letting people into this thing, being as inviting as you were. I really mean it. Thank you so much for the years of doing it, for allowing everyone to be involved in it. I love this game. I look forward to it every year. Even when I'm not an active participant, I still look forward to reading the stupid threads, to seeing what dumb trades are being made. I really appreciate it. It's fantastic.
And killing one trade a year. Don't forget about killing one trade a year.
Yeah. Killing one trade a year is also. I mean, that I look forward to the most.
As long as Jack is around, at least, and Jeremy, they will let you kill one trade a year. So
I don't want to give too much away for who does what where, but I will say this: when you think about it, this game has actual implications in real Major League Baseball.
Yeah. No, I mentioned before that Tyler like had worked on things for this game for a while. Like that's public knowledge. You can go back and see Tyler working on this game, and you can go back and see that Tyler works for the Red Sox now.
Well, and then I got on the job, but yeah,
sure.
Yeah. But
Sure. Yes. Maybe not. Alex knew somebody in HR at the Red Sox and helped Tyler get that job.
But no, just that. I mean, this game is fantastic. I can't thank you enough for doing it. I can't thank you enough for letting me be a part of it for the years that I was. Thank you very much. I will hop off. I'll let you have your time. But I would have felt terrible to not have hopped on to at least say that.
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much
And yeah, like and again, I don't want to make the stream all a big thing about me. Like I wanted to just announce that I'm retiring and whatever, and I'll be around. But like. I do appreciate the very kind words, Alex, and I appreciate your friendship. Again, we've known each other for a long time. We play D&D together now, and like you know, I know that I've all because of this game. I know I have a place to stay if I'm ever in Wellington, Colorado. Like I can hit you up.
Yeah. There's a quality in. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, of course. I will call you first. I know you got to run it by the wife. I think she still likes me. I hope. But yeah.
Yeah, you're not Mitchell. But yeah.
As long as I don't slam any doors on the face of the pizza guys, I'm good.
Such good friends in my actual life that I talk to on, at least a weekly basis, if not every day. Yeah. Wouldn't have ever happened without this game. So thank you very much.
At some point, I know our chat was above your boat chat, which is a good,
I was drunk.
So what was different? It was the same as every night.
I'm gonna hop off, but thank you so much.
Thanks, Alex. Thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. All right, Alex is hopping off. I really appreciate that, and Dan, I appreciate you showing up too. And unless you really want to, if I really wanted to say anything, again, I don't really want to make it all about me. I'm good to end the stream now. I really just wanted to close out with saying I'm leaving.
I just wanted to really say how much the game created a domino effect for me too, of like joining my first year not knowing anybody, but that led to friendships with people like Otter and then former GMs like Reno, Ryan the Great One Reeves.
Well, actually, funnily enough, I think fake baseball started because of this game. Because Jaybird was the Phillies commish, or he was like part of the Phillies team early on, and I think I don't want to like take credit for anything, right? But I think I might have inspired him a little bit. I
mean, even if you look at fake baseball now, a lot of people in high positions are
and that for sure. A lot of you guys who of people who are working on fake baseball are regulars in both fake baseball and the trade deadline game, and that's like
because
it's very much like a Venn diagram that's almost a circle. Like it's like a circle, like, and then I am the one person that's not in the circle.
Yeah.
I mean, Adi pretty much bullied half of us into
No, I guess successfully wasn't bullied.
It took me like 2 seasons to find fake baseball because everybody would talk about it, but nobody would invite me. So finally, I joined and just like texted Reno and Ryan the Great One Reeves like, I found it, and now I'm part of it.
And they were like, it wasn't hidden.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
It still took me 2 years. I'm not bright. But like Dottie,
Yeah, no, like
League of Man, like operations manager for it. She's
Mhm.
involved with r/. Now it's like it's the and now you're starting to see like a lot of fake baseball people coming in to be GMs.
Yeah.
It's really
Mhm.
kind of growing both sides.
Yep.
yeah.
And now I got a shameless
Yeah,
plug
and-
for fake baseball.
Hey, check out Fake Baseball. A lot of great people there.
It's so much fun.
A lot of if you haven't participated in Fake Baseball before and you have participated in this, I'm sure you'll recognize many names in the Fake Baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, feel free to
And
reach
if you
out.
have
I
any
think we're
questions,
recruiting
feel free to
soon.
reach out.
Yeah, I think we're recruiting soon within the next week. I think Dottie
Yes.
said.
Yeah.
I know.
Recruiting will start very soon.
I know Reddit Ball also recently did their recruiting, so look into them too because it's the same concept, but it's still other people running it, and
It's very different game though.
it's
Um,
a lot of people do both, but it really just comes down
Mhm.
to which community vibe more with.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, but this like I would consider Adi and Lee two of my closest friends now, and I've met them both through the game.
Actually, I'm going to a power game with Audie next week.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, like I've met Leap several times in real life. Still have to meet Adi, but I will at some point.
I'm not convinced that is not a AI simulation. There's no proof to the contrary.
No, she's clearly a sentient otter.
No, I'm expecting I go to the game next week and someone's just rolling around a computer like Karen from SpongeBob.
No, someone's going to be rolling around a tank with an otter in it.
It's just an otter with a speaking spell.
Yes, exactly. Don't you know?
Dan, you've been very quiet. You've been on the stream now, but
Oh, I didn't know I was on the stream. Yeah, no, I just came on to talk about.
hold on. Do you not see the video that I'm sending back with your face on it?
I was staring at my own face. Man.
Your face is
That
on, is on my screen too. It's right here.
Well, why would I stare at the small one when I can stare at the
Fair
big one,
enough.
though,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? You got to think. Here,
Yeah,
man.
fair enough.
No, it's like I was the I guess the second or third person, I guess, because Joe
first,
came
yeah.
on first.
And again, Joe literally, because I already knew Joe and was like, "Can you help with this?" You were the first person who was truly a complete stranger.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
everybody else who's
And-
joined the office of the commissioner has played for a while before, but in year one there was no having played for a while before. I plucked a stranger out, and he happened to be one of the most wonderful people I know.
Well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate the good.
Honestly, it was just nice that you had good mic etiquette. Like I was like, that was a
Yeah.
shocker. I was like, oh, this is great. This is a person who's how to talk on a microphone and like has a good voice and a nice face.
That was. Thank you. That was you too, buddy.
Thanks.
That was the best year because I remember like I was working in DC at the time. I'm still working in DC, but now I'm working remotely. But like I remember like getting on the metro, like going home from work and like checking the Reddit stream so I could see all the chats that were going on, and I just got so excited about it. It just felt like being in the middle of something. And I do think that the itself is very exciting, but what's especially cool about it is, as everyone's mentioned, like the friendships that once you find your tribe and get to know everybody, it's definitely made for some lasting friendships. It was wild to me when you said that you've been doing this for 7 years, because it reminded me that this is like our 7-year friendship anniversary.
Yeah. In August technically, because we were the actual trade deadline, not the. But yeah, otherwise, yeah. We can
just-
chart our friendship by the day Troy Tulowitzki got traded in 2015. It's like 2 days before that is when we became friends.
Yeah, and like Jack, I've met Jack several times, and Jack's met my
Yeah.
parents.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Jack, I think you and Jack both joined in 2019, like for the first time. But like, yeah, Jack is somebody who, again, we talk to all the time. She's gonna be up in my neck of the woods in a couple of weeks, and like we're hoping to meet up, but we don't know if it's gonna work out or not, just because of like, he's gonna be technically in Milwaukee, so that's a little tougher to get to, and I'm gonna be at a convention in Chicago that weekend. But like, yeah,
I mean, it's
otherwise.
the same time zone. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh no, it's like an hour drive. I was in Milwaukee 2 days ago. But I'm gonna if he was in Chicago while I was at the convention, I'd be like, cool, I'll take an hour and a half to like go have lunch with you. But taking an hour and a half to drive to Milwaukee and then an hour and a half to drive back and also hanging out is like, all right, that's like 5 hours out of the day that I paid for a ticket for. So like, we'll make it work. We'll make it work sometime. Dan and I have not met either, even though we've tried more than once and it just hasn't worked out. Dan, come up to Boston in August.
Dude, August is a nightmare for me. I'm going to Zambia.
Oh right, yeah.
Wow, have fun.
But no, I just like, I don't know. The game's definitely going to be different without you. I'm happy for you because I think that you definitely deserve your retirement. Yes. There will be a Rolex arriving at some point in the next couple of weeks for you. We all pitched in as a thank you. But no, really, it's your dedication to this game is certainly inspiring, and it's definitely something that I've always admired about you. So
thank you.
Just thank you very much for everything that you've done for the game and for Reddit and for all of the friendships that have been created as a result.
And I think I didn't specifically mention all the Reddit mods who have helped us. We talked about Misspelling. We talked a little bit about Akio. Obviously, Otter's in our baseball mod as well now, and Destiny Bond and Jimothy. But like every one of the Reddit mods who has what's that? Oh, and what?
Did you mention Brody?
Yes, Brody is also a friend. Brody's never really been involved in the game.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, we
Brody, in fact, is not a huge fan of the game, but it's like whatever. It's not like
really.
It's like one of those things where he's like, I don't really like the game, but like it's not my problem. I don't have a problem. Like it's whatever. But it's fine. Like I love Brody. Brody's a great person. But yeah, all of the our baseball mod, I feel like I'm forgetting somebody who has been in our baseball mod who's helped at some point throughout the years. Cardiff obviously is a supporter of the game as well, and Maz. But all of the our baseball mods who have come through and have really supported us and if in year one we never got that pin, I don't even know if there would have been a year two, right? Like that year one pin helped explode the game, and that explosion of the game is what caused there to be a year two, a year three, a year four, a year five, a year six, a year seven. So, the Degis, yes, thank you, Alex. The Degis also, who I also, have made closer friends with in he's been on the we've been on the podcast together a few times, and lots and lots of wonderful people. Yes, Degis getting traded was a huge story the first couple of years because as Reddit and our baseball have grown, power users have lost diminished significance. Not that everybody isn't significant as their own, but Degis was like an our baseball power user, and everybody really wanted to trade for him. And so yeah, that was one of the bigger ones going across for this first couple of years. Just a dude. He's a nice guy. He's a lovely person.
I remember.
Yeah, I worked with him on Guardians sub, and he is great.
I remember Misspelling was a big trade one of my first years. Like Misspelling brought back over $1 million.
Misspelling.
Misspelling is always huge.
The Washington Post one year got traded.
I think year 4 or 2, our MLB wanted to register, and it was past registration deadline, and we were like, well, guess we're breaking the rules for you, because you're r/MLB. I think r/Padres played one year. r/MLB was the year that the traded game was in the All-Star game was in San Diego, which I think was 2016. Because I remember, because we were like, where do we send them? Well, I guess we send them to where the All-Star game is at, and that was San Diego. 2016.
Now, if they join late, they go on waivers and get claimed by the Athletics or the Pirates or something.
Yeah. No, it's definitely changed, and I don't know if RMLB's only played the one time, but yeah. I don't know. A lot of fond memories of random things that have happened that again, in the commissioner's office, there's trades that I remember making, first year making a trade, a user for a literal pizza. But which was the first pizza trade that ever got made, the first real pizza trade that ever got made. But
all the donations
last year were huge. Yeah.
My gosh, all the donations.
Psionics Adams always donated.
Yep. He actually that was one thing he said in the DM exchange we had today was I forgot to do a donation because he just happened to be so busy this week. And he's like, oh, maybe I'll do it in NHL, and I was like, well, if NHL happens, definitely do it there. But I know we're kind of waffling on that existing. And when I say we, I mean the office of the commissioner, who doesn't include me anymore. But I know that's kind of up in the air right now, but definitely baseball. I mean, I can't imagine baseball not. I feel like if there's a year where I hear baseball's not happening, that might be the year I end up coming out of retirement. So we'll see. We'll see.
I'll do my best to make sure
it's definitely not going to be next year. It might be, we'll see in 2027 if somebody's like, I don't know if we're going to do it. I'll be like, all right, fine, fucking busting out the spreadsheets again. We're doing it.
It's going to be one of those like end game things when like we have that scene from Power Rangers when all the original ones come back, to support.
Yeah, for sure.
We just have.
Oh
we
my
just
God!
have Kuhan coming
Hold
back
on,
with his
Dan.
rocker.
That would be incredible if in like 2025 we kick out all the new people and it's just you and me and Alex and Joe. Joe's never gonna come back, but you and me and Alex. That would be so funny.
That.
You know what? We'll see what we feel like in 2025, but that I kind of want to do that. I kind of run the game on a spreadsheet in 2025 and be like, fuck it. We're here.
We'll have a stream with all three of you just coming with like your canes and your rockers and everything.
Yeah, that's what it's like to be.
We're all hanging out
In
at
my day, they had 7 no trade clauses.
We're all hanging out at Dan's place in DC, and like Dan's wife is like, "Shut the fuck up." Alex says he's not kidding about renting a hotel ballroom. Listen, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Cool. Well, that's gonna be it. Once again, I want to thank everybody so much for the 7 years of enjoyment. For this year especially, this is the newest year. All of you people who have made this game what it is and who continue to make the game what it is, I leave it in good hands, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Who knows? Listen, I don't know who's gonna run the streams next year. Maybe it's gonna be Jack.
Yeah, I could probably learn how to run them.
I truly don't know what's gonna happen. Like,
Wait,
maybe Jack and I will collab.
yeah.
and
Jack
figure
has the
something out.
assets. I mean, he doesn't have the this asset, like the Chiron thing. The thing. Here, hold on. Let me turn it off. This thing.
whose trunk are you going to move a Kakium to?
We'll see. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I mean, listen, I might pop back in for streams and be like,
Yeah,
hey, what's sup, fuckos? What's going on tonight? what happened? Is there still a game running? I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. You will always.
I'll show up in fucking a pair of
It's a TV.
aviators.
Kuhan, Maverick, Luke.
Yeah. All right, yeah. I was gonna close out with Gloria, but Scooby Snacks is gone, so I don't think I have anybody to play Gloria for. So,
Aw.
I'm also not good at playing Gloria. I learned it when the Blues won the Stanley Cup. I played it a couple times, and I was like, I don't know.
I think one last iCarly.
I'll do one last iCarly. That's fair. I'll do one last iCarly. All right.
Perfect.
One last iCarly to close it out. I'll tell you what, for the non for the future streams that don't include me anymore, I will do a recording of it, and if you want to play it, you can. You don't have to. You don't have
Thank
to,
you.
but if you want to play it, you can.
Definitely will be appreciated because it would not be a Stram without you
It's our
playing
national
iCarly.
anthem at this
The
point.
national anthem. Everyone, all rise and remove your hats, your ball caps, hands across your heart for our national anthem. Here we go. One, in 5, 4, 3, 2. I know you see, somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. Live life, breathe air. I know somehow we're gonna get there and feel so wonderful. It's all for real. I'm telling you just how I feel. So wake up, the members of my nation. It's your time to be. There's no chance unless you take one. And the time to just see the brightest side of every situation. Some things are meant to be, so give it your best and leave the rest to me. Leave it all to me. Just leave it all to me. Just leave it all to me. Thank you. And as always, Alex is in the Navy. right. Bye.